Hi guys, it is Sunday, October 18th. Um, I, I was gonna try to pick a topic and can maybe do a little bit of an update, but I was thinking more. I could just give you guys um, kind of a little hint that I learned in life. We all have figured things out, so actually a lot of people might already know this. But what I was going to talk about is it's kind of very similar to just positive thinking. But as an artist, I visualize things. I see them finished already. It, they just I work out most of the things in my mind, even mechanically. If I want to even build something, I'm always thinking, what it's going to look like. I even color it. It's almost like this like little. Well, it is because our brains are kind of like a computer. So it's like I have my own little computer program in my head, and I envision something, and it's already done. So now I just have to physically just go through the physical process of manifesting that. So um, as far as life is concerned, we all learn things differently because we're not all the same, and that's good. But myself, I learn through observation a lot. So I, I observe things. I watch what other people do, um, and generally the outcome or something. And I kind of learn, I especially learn from other people's mistakes. But I also just I observe and I watch things that I think work well, and I think all of us do that. But especially being a critical thinker or someone that thinks outside the box, I don't learn very well by pre-packaged um, education. I'm always thinking beyond those parameters. And like I said, I, I mostly just watch, I guess in a sense, success stories. It's like, okay, that really worked out really well. So whatever they did, I'm going to try to figure out what they did right and why. I try to analyze it and figure out why it's working well. Well, anyway, one of the main things I've noticed, especially as time goes on, is kind of like the power of positive thinking, and very similar to the way I manifest art in my mind first. Is if you vision something, and this goes across the board. It can be anything. You can, if you can visualize something, like if you're looking for a house, if you got, I've got this perfect house in mind, and then you want to look for something very similar to that, or whatever. Or for instance, you want to make your garden a certain way, so you just visualize it in your mind. You go, okay, I think I'm going to have a row of carrots, and I'm going to have I'm using lots of simple, basic ideas for this, but I'm just saying you've got to visualize it because one thing I've been kind of learning, like I look to other, teachers and other lessons online of people that also are kind of like-minded. But one thing I've kind of uh, picked up on a lot is there's not much difference between a thought and an action. The only difference between a thought, and if it's still in your mind, like you can go, okay, I gotta go to work or whatever, is you're in a sense you're pre-manifesting it in your mind, and then you go and do it. So, and I've done experiments in my life, and they've really turned out well, shockingly well, as a matter of fact. Like take for instance, I don't buy into all that. Uh, Let me put it this way: there's power in words. So, in other words, if you're a negative person and you say things aren't going to work out, it's not surprising when they don't work out. So the opposite of that, like I said, being someone that observes these actions and reactions, is if you say, "Yeah, I'm going to get that job promotion," or "I'm going to," you know, and you can call it positive thinking or whatever you want. But I'm just saying, if you visualize it and say it, even physically saying it out loud, like, I'm gonna get that job, or I'm gonna get buy a really good car, one that's got you know low mileage or whatever. I'm saying just across the board, it doesn't matter what you're thinking about. If you imagine it first and then keep that thought in your mind, basically, and then kind of concentrate on it, and in my case, like I said, I've seen it happen so many times. And you can call it, well, it's just kind of a coincidence. Well, not really. It's not really. It's more than just a coincidence. Um, so where I'm leading with this is, for instance, if we imagine in our minds, uh, you know, how the election is going to turn out, for example, just like, yeah, okay, and for instance, how we're going to change things around for the better, and keeping sort of positive thoughts like, yeah, okay, I can imagine myself a year from now, things are going to be so much better. Like, it's just really, really awesome. Like, I'm always thinking of the future that way because, in a sense, we're, it's like you're forcing a timeline. And I know this sounds kind of crazy because, I gave you an early example of a timeline, which is um, basically is but we're all forcing or creating our own timelines constantly. Like, I'm going, well, I'm going to go to that car show today, but I'm going to get there early or whatever. Like, all your decisions are creating a timeline. Or I can say, I'm not going to do that after all. Bing, guess what? You just changed your timeline. So if we're all going in the same direction and we're all positive, it's like we have a lot of power together if we're all uh, thinking a positive future. So ultimately, what I'm kind of getting at here is, let's manifest together a really good positive timeline and positive outcomes to, let's say, elections, things like that. And then physically we got to do the work as well. But I'm just saying, that's where it starts. It starts in your imagination. Like I said, I look at it like the way I create artwork, whatever. But like I said, some hints of how I also work on that in my daily life is I always say, geez, I feel like I'm getting younger. I think I'm getting younger all the time. My eyesight is improving. Well, guess what happens to me? By me saying that, that really does happen. My eyes are incredible. They keep getting better. Now, whether that's an internal power or whatever, I'm just saying, if it works, it works. So, like I said, I sort of learn through observation, including my own. If I realize if I do something, there's usually a consequence or an outcome to it. So, if you think positive and you know and keep your mind on that, that's just it. Here's the trick. It is, I mean, that's these are kind of just basic concepts and stuff like that. But remember, you know, if this is something new to you, when you think about this, you say, yeah, oh, geez, I think that might work. Well, there's people out there that know the opposite works, and that's what they've been doing. What they do is, especially when you're using it in the media, is you realize, well, these little human beings running around, which is all of us, our minds can be manipulated. They can say to us, things are bad, the economy is bad, Orange Man bad, whatever propaganda they tell us, we start making that happen. You got to wear a mask. Well, I guess I got to wear a mask. What if we turn it around? I'm just saying, what if we say, no, I don't have to wear a mask? What if I could say, actually, I think the economy is going to start really picking up, or lots of positive things. So, and living in a free will matrix like this, it's almost like they cancel each other out. If you have a bunch of people saying you're a loser and a bunch of people saying, no, you're a winner, it's almost like it's 50-50, almost. But simply put, positive is more powerful, so positive generally always wins. But if these people here give up and don't want to manifest or have positive thoughts, you're basically letting the negative or dark side win. And like I said, they know how to use fear and how to manipulate our minds. So we gotta fight them back. I guess ultimately that's kind of what I'm getting at. So let's all be positive. I keep saying that, but it physically does work. Okay, and then yeah, just you can experiment on lots of different things if you want, just even just around the house or something, or in your own personal life. But I'm just saying, if there's enough of us creating a positive timeline and being positive, it really does work. So we got to keep that in mind. So daily, I mean, we have to live through our life, and it's like, okay, got to go grocery shopping and whatever. I'm just saying, but in your spare time, that's why watching positive movies or anything really helps us, because it's kind of our minds that are making things happen. Like I said, there's not much difference between a thought and an action. It's just we've got to stay positive and keep keep focused on that, and try not fall for distractions. Okay, that's a simple little philosophy that I live my life by, and I find that it works out really well. So either you already know this stuff, or maybe try it out. Okay, that's my just short little rant, not a rant, but short little idea to give you guys for Sunday. Okay, have a good day. Bye.